your girl Shalae, and I'm back today with a third stimulus check update video. In today's video, we're going to talk about how the IRS says they are ready to go ahead and process the third stimulus check. Yes, they said stand back and stand by. They are ready to go. And I know you guys are still waiting on your own second stimulus check, but hey, that's what they said. Then we're going to talk about the $1,400 stimulus and where we stand on the third stimulus check, as well as unemployment, $15 minimum wage. There is a big push for this $15 minimum wage. We have eviction moratoriums, hazard pay, and more, my darling. So if you want to know what is going on in the lovely world of stimulus, you already know what to do. Stay tuned. Your girl's got you covered. Now, if this is your first time tuning into my channel, hi, hello, hey friend. My name is Shalae, and here on this channel we talk about shopping, saving, and everything in between. I would love to have you a part of my internet family. Super easy. Click the big old red subscribe button down below and you're in just like that. And while you're at it, go ahead and give me a like because it's Thursday and I just opened up my calendar for next month. So if you're thinking about starting your own business or you need help with the business that you have as far as branding, or even maybe you want to start your own YouTube channel, I do have where you can do a one-on-one with me. Now, it is limited availability, as well as they sold out pretty quickly, but I thought I would open it up to my YouTube family first before I open it up to the public on Monday. So yeah, if you want to, get down to the business, you already know what to do. Click that link in the description box and book it, honey. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about the IRS because they said, honey, they stay ready. That's exactly what they said. They said they are ready to send out the third stimulus checks as well as process tax returns at the same dang time. That's right, at the same time. They said they can send out the third stimulus and process our tax returns. Now, I know I'm gonna read it. What do you mean they're ready? They haven't sent me my first or second stimulus. How dare they? Look, that's not my business. You gotta get with the commissioner regarding that. But as of right now, the IRS said they are done with its pile of unopened mail. And they said, so all those millions of last year tax returns that they had in the trailers and all that stuff that was going on, they said they're still being processed, but they're done with that, okay? It's done, honey. Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. The tax collection agency said that, hey, if they do have to distribute this third round of stimulus checks, they said they can do both at the same dang time. Now, they didn't say dang, but they said the IRS can do both at the same time if need be, according to the commissioner. This is what he said today. He said the IRS stands ready to serve and assist the American people, according to Charles Reddick in a talk with Howard Gleckman today. And so he said, hey, the agency has chipped away all the unopened correspondence. And they said they're actually current, believe it or not. I am surprised, I must say. And they said that now, wait, here's the caveat, okay? Because you heard all that. Listen, Linda, listen. The caveat is that still does not mean, however, that the job on the paperwork is complete. So they said they still have millions of tax returns that are being processed. They are still in process, but what they've received, they were able to go ahead and get through that mail. So there you have it. Maybe at some point, your second stimulus check or your first stimulus check is in that process. Until then, stand back and stand by. All right, so let's go ahead and move on with the White House because as of right now, they're saying it's critical for Congress to pass this stimulus check. Now, according to an economic advisor, they said the economy right now is moving in the wrong direction. So we know that President Joe Biden's proposal for the $1,400 stimulus checks is still kind of, wobbly, right? It's just not being approved. But according to the White House National Economic Council Director, Brian Deese, I know you're getting paid a lot of money with that title. He said today during Thursday's morning meeting that there is a stark reminder that we must act now and we need to get immediate relief to families and our economy. So he said because the unemployment rates are still increasing, that we must act now to get the virus under control, stabilize the economy, and reduce the long-term scarring that will only worsen if a bold action is not taken. So he also said that Biden has outlined in his actions for the American Rescue Plan to extend the unemployment insurance, finish the job in providing the $2,000 direct relief to Americans, and ensure that millions of families who are struggling to make ends meet have food on their table, keep a roof over their head in the midst of this crisis, and be able to get on the other side with dignity. So as of right now, it did not say if they were actually meeting or what's going to happen with the proposal. And right now, our checks are still in limbo, my darling. So as he was stating, I mean, he's absolutely right, because another 900,000 Americans filed for unemployment this week. So we guys know every Thursday, the Labor Department go ahead and they release the unemployment for the past week, the numbers, and on there it was a slightly decline. I think last week was like 926,000. This week's figures were at 900,000 on there. Now they said the states also received about 424,000 applications for the PUA, which is the Extended Unemployment Benefit Program, and that's usually like for the gig workers, you know, like those that drive Uber, Lyft, contractors on there as well. Now, they said while the vaccine does offer light at the end of the tunnel, we're still far away from a complete reopening of the economy that could drive rehiring. And, you know, if we don't get that, then it could be more potential layoffs on there. So, hey, that's where we're at right now. Now, this $15 minimum wage, like if you've been watching CNN all day, if you've been reading the blogs, if you've been reading the news, that is a hot topic. And a lot of people, some people are for the $15 minimum wage. A lot of people are against it. But we know that partly of the new program that Joe Biden has proposed in the $1.9 trillion includes doubling the federal minimum wage to $15 per hour. And he stated yesterday on there, well, it was probably like a week ago, I think he stated this, but he stated that no one working 40 hours a week should live below the poverty line. He says if you work for less than $15 an hour and work 40 hours a week, then you are living in poverty. Now, we know Senator Tim Scott, a Republican of South Carolina, he did slam that Joe Biden's Treasury Secretary nominee, Janet Yellen. He said that she gave a disappointing answer on Tuesday when he asked her about how would the small businesses be able to afford this $15 minimum wage as well. And then at that time, Yellen, she kind of pretty much said that, hey, millions of Americans right now are working and risking their lives to keep their communities functioning. And working multiple jobs isn't enough for Americans to keep food on the table or keep a roof over their head. She said they're suffering in a lot of ways during this pandemic and really struggling to get by. And by raising the minimum wage, that will help so many of the workers. And that's the reason that the Biden administration is doing it. Now, she said, according to her findings, she said that the job loss would be minimal, if anything. So I think that that likely impacts the jobs as minimal after reading her research. And so he didn't like that answer because he was saying that, hey, how are these small businesses going to afford it? They're barely hanging on. And I agree to a certain extent on there. But guys, if you haven't noticed, like as of right now, because they're saying like, hey, if they raise the $15 minimum wage, 3.7 million jobs will be removed. But I mean, come on, let's think about it. Every time you go into Walmart or Target, cashiers are being removed. They have now what almost everything is going robotic or electronic. We're going to lose those jobs at some point anyway. And so that's why I'm telling a lot of you to start your business, to start doing something, because the way that our world is working now and the economy is going, these jobs are going, they're trying to find robots that can work all times of the hours, that, you know, that can, you don't have to pay insurance and can do all these things. And if you haven't seen it, almost everything now is being automated. So, I mean, hey, you know, I get what you're saying, but $15 will help some people. Now, some states have decided to take things into their own hands, and 20 states did increase the minimum wage beginning January 1st in their state. And some people have that argument, and I agree with that, where they say, hey, you know, don't do $15 minimum wage across the board. Do it depending on the state. Because like here, you know, if we were to be in Alabama at $15 an hour, that's really good money, probably in Alabama or Mississippi, but not so much in New York or California. So let me know, $15 minimum wage, what would it do for your state? And so some people say that it should be like a state, you know, state by state on there. But as of January 1st, on there, what ended up happening, Alaska, their new minimum wage is $11.34. Arizona went to $12.15. Arkansas, $11. California is $14. Colorado is $12.32. Florida went to $8.65, which I would think that they would be a little bit higher, right? Illinois, $11. Maine, $12.15. Maryland, $11.75. Massachusetts, $13.50. Minnesota, $10.08. Missouri, $10.30. Montana, $8.75. New Jersey, $12. New Mexico, $10.50. New York, $12.50. Ohio, $8.80. South Dakota, $9.45. Vermont, $11.75. And then in Washington, $13.69. So you see what state that was not on there, and that's Alabama, right? Like, they still want to stay at the $7.25. And minimum wage hasn't been increased since 2009. So I think something needs to be done, right? So that's what we have going on. Now in Long Beach, California, they did approve for the $4 hero pay for grocery store workers. So now if you are a grocery store worker in Long Beach, you will get the $4 an hour in hazard pay due to the pandemic. The city council approved the wage increase on Tuesday's meeting, and then they said the final vote will take place on February 2nd. The wage increase will apply to companies that are 300 employees or more nationwide and more than 15 employees per store in Long Beach, and it will be in place for at least about 4 months. Now, the reason why that they have to go and get all this approved is because opponents say that the ordinance was rushed and it's not steady enough. And then also they're filing lawsuits in the Los Angeles federal court because they say that they declared it unconstitutional for you to decree hazard pay on these larger corporations. They said it should be across the board. So we'll see what's going to go on and what happens with that. I'll be back to update you. But Joe Biden is extending the national ban on evictions through March 2021. So on Wednesday, his first day in office, yesterday, right after the inauguration, he did go ahead and extend that to March 2021. And the ban on evictions have helped millions of Americans amidst the pandemic right now. So they said the moratorium we know was set to expire at the end of this month, as well as the student loans as well. Now, they said this move is a long list of actions that Biden took after he was sworn in. And on there, if you've seen that he had extended the payment pause on student loan payments, rejoining the Paris Agreement on climate change, rolling back various orders that were put in place by the Trump administration. I think I've even seen today that he was doing something regarding transgenders in the military. So he is at work. So, hey, you might not agree with it, you might not like it. Hey, it is what it is at this point. He is our president moving forward. And only time will tell to see what happens, especially regarding our third stimulus check. So that's all I have, guys. As always, go ahead and please get the ebook, get the planner. Thank you for tuning in. As always, I'm gonna make my way to the gym. I'm not too excited about it today. It's a very gloomy day outside. You know, it's been raining. And so you know how sometimes that affects your mood, right? So I just don't feel like doing it. But hey, you know, I am going to do it. As always, please like, comment, subscribe, and go ahead and purchase not a free, but go ahead and purchase a one-on-one with me. Click the link down in the description box below. And then, hey, once I sell out, I'm thinking about doing these things monthly. I'm not sure about that. I just have to see when my schedule open because your girl be busy, okay? So that's all I have. Don't have any more. Enjoy your day. Enjoy your family. And I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye, guys.